Welcome
Yes.
to Agent After Hours. I am Abby Grader,
And I am Carrie Green.
I am Don Fodor.
Yes.
and today we're just going to be asking Don some questions, starting with, how long have you been a real estate agent, Don?
I've been in real estate less than a year. I got my license back in March.
Which astounds me, honestly, because when I first got hired here, I got hired in March. I thought you had been a real estate agent from a different brokerage, and you came here.
I still thought that.
She did. I mentioned it to her when we said we were doing an interview with you,
Yes.
and she did.
My first sale was not until August, so those first couple months were terrifying. And then it made it even more terrifying. You come in the office and people are asking you, you came to RE/MAX right out of the gates? Are you crazy? And it's like, go big or go home.
Yes.
That's true.
And everybody knows the balloon. It's if I'm going to make
It's
something
very
in this-
notable, that's for sure. Definitely. So it's worked out pretty well for you so far.
Thank
So
And that's why we wanted to have you on here, because I know with COVID and all that, a lot of people have either started working from home, looking for other like secondary income, or really just switching careers altogether with a little more flexibility, because they did have to kind of do homeschooling for a little while. So there are a lot of new agents in the market, and with you being one of them, you've done pretty freaking great for
You
being
have.
a new agent at such a large brokerage right off the bat. So
Thank you.
we wanted to bring you in and share your experience and expertise with
all of the knowledge
others.
you have learned in the past
Oh,
year, pretty
put
much.
all my secrets right out on the table.
Correct.
Pretty much, yeah. All your secrets, just so you can share the wealth, which is
Yes.
what every real
No,
estate
that's-
agent wants to do. Am I right? Just share all my secrets so I can give away all your
take my
leads.
money.
One of the reasons I came to RE/MAX, I mean, it's, one was Tyler's embrace for technology, but in the RE/MAX brand. But the third was, I've got several friends here, and I'm like, if I'm going to make something of this, I've got people I can rely on and I can trust.
For sure.
I'm not out there on my own. And, I love the support I've had since I've been here.
Yes.
It's been amazing.
So I will say something Tyler does very well.
But we're not just saying this because he pays us.
No.
He loves Diet Dew.
He does.
He does.
Love Diet.
He loves
He
Diet
is the
Mountain Dew.
spokesperson. Diet Dew, if you're listening, we've got your next spokesperson right here.
We don't leave home without it.
But no, so he does provide a lot of, like you said, technology and whatnot, but he does it in a way, what am I trying to say here? He gives you the chance to still be your own brand, but he still gives you like the skills and tools that RE/MAX utilizes on top of what he's used personally with his own broker license and being an agent and whatnot. So he does share that wealth.
He doesn't force it on you.
Correct.
You've got the RE/MAX tools, but hey, I've got some other tools that are available if you want to try
Yes.
them and use them.
So you're still able to be your own independent agent and brand,
Yes.
but still have a lot of guidance and somebody to go to if you do have a new like app you're trying to check out and all that, which not a lot of brokerages do. So
I feel like people don't lean as heavily on technology, which I feel like is a huge name in the game nowadays, especially with social media and stuff, which you've done heavily with, I think, even from the beginning. And you're very good at it, actually. You do a lot of variety. 'Cause I stalked your Facebook and Instagram, obviously, before. And we've helped you set up your Facebook stuff and everything before, too. But you're good at, like, mixing personal with professional with just very engaging question-asking posts,
yes,
which I think you've done really well, which is why I really want to have you on here, too. But I don't even know what I'm getting at, actually. I'm just kind of... I'm stroking Don's ego. Pretty much.
I want to be
what
on
I'm
every
getting at.
episode.
But I guess what made you want to do social media so heavily, or is it just something you did before?
I kind of dabbled in it before. I did it originally because families scattered all over the country and we wanted to share memories. Well, then my previous employer, I spent 30 years in trade show and IT. And when the business said, we're gonna put a business page out there, I'm like, well, I better get up to speed on Facebook. But then, involved in the various organizations I am, we found out that was a great way to spread the word. So that's one of the things that I do, my mix. Everybody loves grandbabies, kids, puppies, family. But then the things that are dear to me, Ohio's Hospice and the Shriners and Shriners Children's, you throw that out there, it promotes them, but it touches people's heart.
For sure.
Oh,
So,
definitely, yeah.
And then mix in a little bit of light humor, some inspirational quotes. I steer clear, by all means, of anything political, race, religion.
Yes.
You know, those that know
As
me.
should most people in terms of
Yes.
posting anything in general, really.
Those that know me, they know how I feel about where I stand on certain situations. But I don't need to broadcast that. Not saying I don't comment on somebody else's once in a while, which I.
Well, how do you stop yourself from posting things like that? Do you ever get the urge to?
I do, and you just think before you post.
Because that's
I
a
mean,
big problem a lot of
before you
people have.
post.
People always post things before thinking, and that can get you in a lot of trouble actually with your brand, especially as a real estate agent. I feel like
Don't
because it
drink
means
and
somebody.
post.
What is it? Oh yeah, don't drink and post.
Yep.
But you never know how your clients could feel about something. If they stalk your page and see something they don't like, then that could just cost you a deal right there.
So would you say overall social media has probably been like your most beneficial,
That's probably
proactive step, I guess, with your
probably
business?
one of my biggest tools.
Okay.
Because I can't call, text, email everybody, but if
Right.
I can share experiences about my life, they see that I'm real, and share experiences with my business so they see that I'm doing well.
Okay. Do you, outside of social media, have you caught yourself doing anything with other marketing strategies with your time and money, or have you just been mainly focusing on social media? And
It's
I know you mentioned your sphere earlier.
my spheres.
Yeah.
Is where I probably spend the most of my time. I can't stress enough the importance of your spheres. I see so many people that, hey, the market's, they think that there's so many buyers out there. You got to think about that. There's no listings. And that was another question when I came on. They're like, you came in at the worst time. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
everyone's been saying.
Right.
But
It's tough
if
out there.
I see so many people that decide they want to get into the real estate market and they don't have a sphere, at least one. It's like,
can
I've got a few
imagine.
friends,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I've got half a dozen spheres, and that I keep busy. I go between their events and reaching out to them.
Well, it's basically networking. You're
Yeah,
networking
it's
yourself by going to all these events.
In my previous employer, two previous employers, both of them suggested that I get into sales, and that's kind of what
That's awesome.
when I got into real estate was COVID, and it's like my wife and I both worked for the same company, so
Sorry, go on.
something's back there.
I know. I heard like a clipping or something.
I was like,
Both of
"Oh,
us working for the same company. It's like, all right, if something happens, we're both out of paycheck. So my grandmother was a realtor. My father and grandfather were construction. They did
Okay.
built houses. I'm like, so I have that
So you're
background.
familiar to the industry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a big leap.
What
to
made you
take.
want to become an agent? Was it that previous history, or did you just?
Combination of both of those, and I'm probably revealing a little much, and you can cut this out. I watched my parents sell their house, and I'm like, I can do that, and I can. It's customer service. It's
100%.
being able to what I see other agents don't do. I can step it up a notch, and I can offer that.
Okay.
Well, that's when you develop a passion. Is when you see something and you realize you can do it better than somebody else you're watching.
Nothing against my fellow agents.
No, of
because-
course not. But it's just like when you see something like, I could do that and I could maybe do it better. That's when you start developing a passion for something.
And a niche.
And a niche, yes. We've been talking about niches a lot lately.
Carrie helped me in the very beginning with my branding. We put together an ad for the Beaver Creek football athletics.
I remember you guys doing
And-
that.
It's part of my philosophy is, I work with hospice, I work with the Shriners. I'm all about caring and helping others. Real estate to me is no different. So
sure.
it's a niche. I mean, they see that I'm passionate and caring. I'm there to help
You're not
them.
just here for a paycheck, which is refreshing.
How do you have time to balance all of that? Because you're involved in a lot of stuff. I see
Man's got a
everything
lot
that you're
going on.
doing, and I don't know how you have time for all of it. How do you make time
A few
for all
hours
of
of
it?
sleep and
How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
4.
Oh, I can never.
I mean, we're
But
still
I mean,
tired.
yeah, I had 10 and I'm still tired.
There's nights I'll wake up at 2 a.m. and my mind's going,
Ugh.
and it's like I didn't do this before I went to bed. I've got to respond to a few of these, and I'll sit up and I will knock stuff out.
That is why I will never be a real estate agent.
That
Big
is
girl
true.
needs her sleep.
It takes a special kind of person because it is not a 9 to 5. And I think people see all those like luxury real estate agents thinking they're going to go in and make a ton of money, but that's not the case. You have to literally work like
24/7.
24/7 all the time. Oh, he wants us to wrap it up. I think we talk too much. But would you give any last minute advice to any new agents that are daring to venture into real estate?
It's not always about the money. You've got to be true to yourself and true to others, and don't get in thinking the market's great. So have a sphere, you know, be out there networking. And you got to bring people to the table. 100%. If you're just going to rely on a few friends, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work. So,
that is very true.
But
it was great having you on. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us and listen to us ramble. We tend to talk too much, so I'm going to have to edit some of that down. But I really appreciate you coming down here on this rainy day and giving us some advice to share with people.
We're probably going to have you back, so just be ready.
Prepare yourself now
Brian
mentally. It
didn't
wasn't that bad, though, was it?
Mr. Brian? He's at his.
He's listening somewhere, probably.
He's saying something.
Should I say, how do I say bye?
I still don't know if this is live or not.
Oh, no, hold on. How do I say bye?
I think
we'll talk to you guys next time. The outro and intro I'm terrible at. I don't know why.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope to see you on the next episode for Agent After Hours.
Thank you.